Hi everyone, I'm Danny Gill and I'm here with the new Marshall JVM410HJS Joe Satriani 100 watt amplifier. This is a 4-channel amp. We have a clean channel, crunch channel, 2 overdrive channels. Each of these channels has 3 modes. We also have 2 master volumes. There's a noise gate for each of the channels as well. And there's a master resonance and presence control, as well as an effects loop, and everything is switchable with the Marshall foot switch, or there's also a MIDI foot switch which you can use to control the effects loop as well. So I'm just going to take you through some of the sounds of the amp. We'll start off with the clean channel. This is modeled after the Marshall 6100 amplifier, which Joe likes quite a bit. It's a very pedal-friendly, clean sound. Now I'm going to switch over to the red mode of the clean channel. This will give us as much crunch as this channel has to deliver. I have the gain at about halfway. I've also been using a humbucking pickup up to this point, so here I'm going to split the coil so I can kind of simulate a single coil sound now. Now I'm going to switch over to the crunch channel. I'll start off with the green mode of the crunch channel, and this is designed after a Marshall Plexi, kind of the old Hendrix style Marshall top. It's got a bit of overdrive, very pedal friendly, sounds something like this. Now I'm going to switch to the amber mode of the crunch channel. This is the middle of those 3 modes available to us. This is designed after a Marshall JCM800 2203 head. So this has a little more of a modern sound, a little more crunch to it. Now let's switch over to the red mode of the crunch channel. Sounds similar to the amber mode, but even more crunch or overdrive is added to it, kind of like a modded JCM 800. Now we're going to take a look at the overdrive channel. There's actually two overdrive channels on this amp, and those channels are identical. The reason being, you can then set them up to be very similar, but maybe tweak the EQ or the volume level so that if you switch within a song, you can have a similar sound but just slightly different. There's also a mid-shift button on here, and we're going to experiment around with that. When the shift button is in, we scoop the mids out. And when the mid shift is out, we have all the mids available to us. I'll start with that mid shift out in the amber mode. Now here's the identical sound with the mid shift button pressed in. So this scoops the mids out a little bit. Now we're going to stay in this channel. I'm going to switch to the red mode, so this has as much crunch as this channel has to offer. I've got the gain about halfway, so actually there's a little bit to play with, but still you get a lot of gain out of this red mode. And I'm going to have the mid shift out. So now let's stay with this sound, and I'll push the mid shift button in. All right, so that's a little bit on what this amplifier can do. When playing today, I've had the EQ set pretty much straight up the middle, around 5, give or take a tweak here and there. Of course, your sounds can vary depending on what kind of guitar you have, whether you're using single coil pickups, humbucking pickups. There's a lot of flexibility in this great sounding amplifier. So I'm just going to play you out over a jam track, and I will say thank you for watching and check out this great Joe Satriani Marshall amplifier.